Here's what actually happened when the US hit Iran's nuclear sites last weekend and why it's not the knockout blow some headlines claimed. So, the big story: B-2 stealth bombers and Tomahawk missiles blasted Iran's nuclear facilities at Natanz, Isfahan, and Fordow. 14 bunker-busting bombs, loads of drama. But a just-released US intelligence report says those strikes barely scratched the surface, literally. According to the Defense Intelligence Agency, the bombs sealed up entrances and made some gnarly craters, but the real heart of Iran's program sits deep underground, built to survive exactly this kind of attack. The core facilities? Largely untouched. Now, former President Trump didn't waste any time. He bragged the sites had been destroyed, but experts and intelligence officials say not even close. In fact, Iran saw this coming. They moved out key nuclear materials and equipment before the bombs fell, so the actual setback to Iran's nuclear timeline, about 3 to 6 months tops. Satellite images back this up. Trucks were spotted at the sites before the strikes, likely loading up enriched uranium and other essentials. And the International Atomic Energy Agency? They haven't confirmed the full damage yet, but inspections are expected soon. All this happened against a backdrop of chaos in the region. Remember, the strikes came right after Israel bombed Tehran, and Iran hit back hard, killing 4 Israelis. Then, just hours after the US raids, Trump announced a fresh ceasefire and immediately blasted both Israel and Iran for breaking the truce. He even claimed he told Netanyahu to call back the jets. Not everyone's buying it. US allies and defense officials are raising eyebrows, especially after Iran launched missiles at a US base in Qatar. The Pentagon says almost all were intercepted. Nobody was hurt, but yeah, tensions are sky high. Where does this leave us now? Iran's back to low-level enrichment, still digging in its heels against US and Israeli pressure. The Biden administration is keeping quiet, reportedly urging restraint behind closed doors. Meanwhile, the UN Security Council is gearing up for emergency talks. So, despite a ceasefire on paper, things are still on a knife edge. The real risk? One wrong move and the whole region could slide into a much bigger conflict. Stay tuned.